Hi guys, it's MarzGurl again. Back from being gone for like 3 weeks, 2 weeks in Japan, and 1 week was indeed with Channel Awesome and that guy with the glasses.com. Some other people had already let the cat out of the bag that we were all together, so it's okay for us to say that we were together, but it's not quite okay for us to say what we were working on. So that's just gonna have to wait. I think some of the results are coming in about a month. So I'll let you guys know when something comes out of that. Past that, I have a ton of videos that I need to be working on. There was a video that I mentioned in my last vlog that I really wanted to have done before I left for Japan. Unfortunately, that didn't pan out. It's all filmed already for the most part, aside from one tiny little scene, and I had actually already started editing it, and unfortunately it just didn't get finished in time to make it to the internet to be released while I was away. So that's almost done. I just need to put it on the thatguywiththeglasses.com calendar. I'm going to be releasing 2, if not 3, videos out of Japan. There's going to be at least one relatively serious one, and one, here's all the silly stuff that happened, one kind of off to the side. Then I also have to slate another anime news editorial down. I should probably get started on a new one for this next week. Past that, not too much to tell or give away just yet. I did want to, I suppose, approach a couple of questions that had come up, because I guess this now qualifies as question and answer session. Let me take a look at some of the comments in my last video. Sorry for any wait here while I'm reading over it. Here's one actually from AF9020. Have you ever thought of making a video about how you blew your hair? Actually, I have thought about that, and I actually discussed that with my hairstylist. I go to this place called Do or Die in downtown San Antonio. They have to bleach my hair and then put the dye on it. It's a process that takes like 3 hours. It really is kind of an interesting process, and I talked to her about doing that and said, yeah, I thought about bringing the camera this time, but decided not to do it. And she's like, oh wow, I design hair for somebody who's out there on the internet and she's known for it. This is so cool. So she was like really into it. So maybe next time I do my hair, I'll actually think about doing that. Another question from someone by the YouTube username Quidum. Hey Mars, I got a question. I read a manga called Othello that deals with a girl that has a split personality. There was a part in the book where she had to deal with sexual harassment on a train. I looked in the back of the book and it said that sexual harassment is still a huge problem. Do you know if that's true? To an extent, yeah, that's still true. I don't think it's nearly as bad as it once was. I'm not 100% positive how old Othello is. Since I have been in Japan, at least since 2008, I'm sure this is actually older than that, but they've had women's only cars in the mornings and in late night rush hour. Only women can get in the last like 2 or 3 cars of the train, so that kind of helps cut down some of that sexual harassment. It'll mostly only happen when it's really, really crowded on the train, which is why they have those cars sectioned off during those hours, because those are the morning get to work rush hour and leave work rush hours. Past that, I didn't really have so much of a problem. I think the only problem I personally had was me being squished up against a couple of businessmen, and they didn't have any choice but to be like right up against my chest. Yeah, that's about as bad as it got on the train. I actually got more sexual harassment outside the train than I did in the train. So it exists, it just wasn't really visibly there to me at the time. What else we got here? The Tanpulzer, I guess is how you pronounce that, sorry if that's wrong, asked me, can you talk about those really small hotel rooms they have in Japan? I'm going to assume that when you say those really small hotel rooms, you're talking about capsule hotels. Okay, well, capsule hotels are really more of an expense than one might want to pay, but if you've missed the last train home, that's not that bad of an option. The room is about as big as your body, basically, and your face is going to be a few inches away from a wall on either side and a roof. And you just kind of climb on in, and they're stacked up on top of each other, and you sleep there for you can rent them for certain hours at a time. Uh, and some of them are nice enough that when you wake up in the lobby, they'll sell things like freshly pressed ties if you need to make it back to work the next morning and you don't have a freshly pressed tie. And those things are expensive in of themselves as well. Most of them do not serve females. They're mostly men only. I have never slept in a capsule hotel, and I would really prefer not to. It's just one of those wacky things out of Japan, but catered to the right individual, I can see that it would be of particularly good use. I was also asked by, oh gosh, who was this individual who, I should probably look this up before I continue. I took down some notes from a response video, and I guess I should take this time to address that if you're going to do a response video to me, try to actually make it a response. There's a response button somewhere around this video. You're going to have to link me the response because somebody had to forward this video to me. Otherwise I would have never seen it. But from Tovish 1988, there we go. So he asked me a couple of questions. The first one being, what's the best way to learn a practical amount of Japanese? Because he's about to start planning on going to Japan for a specific period of time. I don't think there's any better way than to really just take a class. And since you mentioned also in your video that you're a college student, if you were planning on going to Japanese classes for a while, if you were planning on staying in the States for a while, then plan on going to your level 1 class, your level 2 class, your level 3 class, or however far it goes. But if it's anything like my college was, there's also a conversational Japanese, which won't teach you maybe necessarily all the very incredibly formal stuff. It'll teach you some incredibly formal stuff, but you definitely won't sound like you're all tight with your underwear pulled up your crack, It just, you're going to sound a little bit more natural, but you won't learn as much, I guess. It'll actually sound a lot more natural, and I think the only way you can better that is if you're planning on being in America for a while and learning as much as you can possibly learn through level 1, 2, 3, and so on. Past that, if you're going for business, or if you want to get there right away and just jump into it and then keep learning more there, go the conversational Japanese route. If your city actually is, if it's a sister city of another city in Japan, take for example San Antonio, Texas is actually the sister city of Kumamoto, Japan, then your city's Japan, America, there'll be a board somewhere in your city, I'm sure your city could tell you. They actually will have classes that you can take, so if you want to take those outside of being in college, you don't even have to be a college student to take them. That would be really useful to some people also. Other than that, let's see. Second question, hope I can finish this in the next 45 seconds. How did you get started doing reviews, and where did your viewership start originally? I started doing reviews when that guy with the glasses started doing the Nostalgia Chick contest, so you'll see that my last unicorn review is here, and I'm really glad actually that I didn't get chosen as the Nostalgia Chick, because that means I can do whatever else I want to do, which has been really helpful to me, because I haven't been very good at finding exactly what I want to do. Excuse me. Looks like this might not make it. I've got about 10 seconds. I'll continue this in the next video here.